Brought to you by Penguin.
The 4 thoughts that fuck you up and how to fix them. Rewire how you think in 6 weeks with REBT by Daniel Fryer. Read by Max Dinnen. An introduction. The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Marcus Aurelius. People that meet me think me very calm and placid, unflappable even. People that know me remember the short-tempered and impatient little grumpus that I was before I ever studied and practiced psychotherapy, especially one form of psychotherapy in particular. A grumpus, according to the Urban Dictionary, is a terminally grumpy person, often genetic. It can be modified for various states of grumpidity. Very, very few people that remember me as that grumpus know that I once raced in my car after a motorist I had just given way to, cut them up, forced them to a standstill in the middle of the road, and then ran up to their car and, hammering heavily on the driver's side window, screamed at them very loudly, "The next time someone lets you pass, you say thank you!" The driver nodded vigorously in terrified acquiescence, and so I walked back to my car, got in, and drove away calmly, albeit with a thumping headache from my angry outburst. It was not my finest moment. In my defence, they were the 3rd such motorist that I'd given way to on the same long, narrow stretch of road, and I was feeling more than a little aggrieved. But that was a long time ago, and thankfully, that excellent form of therapy has stood me in good stead, guiding me through many frustrating situations over the years. I first came to Rational Emotive Behaviour Therapy, REBT, in 2005. Perhaps unsurprisingly, I learnt about it on a course I was studying, me being a practicing therapist and all. Before that, I worked in journalism and publishing, so I really do know a thing or two about stress, pressure, and deadlines. Far more than was probably healthy at the time. I thought therapy would be more fulfilling for me. Surprisingly, it was. I also used to work in London, stressful, and then moved to Bristol a few years ago, not so stressful. Somewhere along the line, I acquired a dog. She's a Staffy, a rescue from Battersea Dogs and Cats Home, and I accidentally turned her into a working therapy dog. And a famous one at that. She has appeared in articles and features of her own. She plays it down, but secretly, I think she enjoys all the attention. But back then, I'd been working as a hypnotherapist for a little over a year, and I wanted to build on and consolidate my learning. REBT is a very structured and goal-orientated form of psychotherapy that looks at challenging your disturbing thoughts about any given situation and replacing them with more helpful alternatives. Solution-focused and practical, it looks at where you are and where you want to be, and then gives you the tools to help you get there. The tutors on the course were practicing therapists themselves. Each week they would explain a different aspect of the therapy and explore a different topic. They would often ask for volunteers from the class to come up to the front and aid them in demonstrating various aspects and practices of the therapy. Pick a real problem to work through, the tutors would say. Not only will you be able to focus on your own personal development, but you'll be able to experience firsthand just how effective this particular form of therapy is. But the volunteers never offered up any real problems. They were too nervous. They made their problems up, or they offered pseudo-problems. They even role-played other people's problems, you could tell. One day, a student offered himself up for demonstration purposes. There he sat at the front of the class as the tutor asked him what he would like to work on. "Well," he said slowly, staring off into the middle distance and clearly reflecting deeply on exactly what it was that he wanted to volunteer. "I don't always clean my fish tank out on time, and I'd like to know why." The audience groaned and the tutor exclaimed, "Oh, for God's sake, no one is ever going to pay you good money to work on that as a problem. Has anyone got any actual problems they want to work on?" Tentatively, my hand went up. "What have you got for me?" the tutor inquired. "An anger management issue," said I. The tutor's face lit up with glee. "What is it?" he asked, as 20 pairs of student eyeballs zeroed in on me. "I don't like crowded places," I said. "I don't like traffic jams or rush hours. I don't like people that cut me up either on foot or in cars. I don't like crowded train platforms or crowded trains. I don't like shopping malls or concert halls, and I don't like football matches or festivals. I don't even like people who walk too slowly. Basically, I don't like anywhere and everywhere a large amount of people gather, either to go in or congregate in or leave." "And what makes you think this is an unhealthy anger management problem rather than just, say, normal frustration?" he asked. "Well," I said, my face reddening a little, "I mutter under my breath a lot. I can shout and swear."
Sample complete. Ready to continue?